stop for the sun from shining whenever you're around.
Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me for this week's Pick a Card Tarot reading. Okay, so it's for the week commencing Monday 25th of October 2021, but if perchance you are watching this at another time, it doesn't mean that the messages are not for you. If you found it at another time, indeed the messages are for you. Okay, so let's go to the board now and see what these cards have to say. Now, if you're new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, so we're doing card number one. All right, card number one, I'm going to go with that one that's on top. Closing my eyes, what do I see? I get a sense of jewelry, in particular silver chains. Somebody's lost a silver chain, I think. It's not lost, it's just temporarily misplaced. Okay, so at some point I think you'll come across it. But for the collective, silver chains mean in the feminine sense, okay? The chains are often things that restrict or limit us, and we do this to ourselves quite often by, you know, the things that we think. And I see a lock on the chain which is being undone. So some sort of restriction or limitation is going to be undone this week. You'll probably become aware of it if you've picked card number one. And this is the Four of Wands, okay? You might have been working really hard and perhaps it's time for a break. You'll see here is a window and there's grapes and lots of leaves indicating growth. Grapes are about the harvest. It's time to enjoy a little bit of what you've worked for, okay? Enjoy your rewards this week. If you can do a mini vacay or weekend away or something like that, that would be fabulous. So Wands, very spiritual sort of energy, very inspiring, very motivating. So if you can just have some sort of relaxation or time out, you'll become more motivated. Perhaps you've been feeling jaded about something and now it's time to reassess the situation. And it's also about abundance and bounty and peace and prosperity. Okay, so love this green aqua sort of green in the background as well. She's wearing gold, which indicates some sort of success, and it relates to the solar plexus chakra. Okay, so that's card number one. Let's look at card number two now. Card number two. The chains of work and worry are being released for card number one. Now let's move on to card number two. They won't let me move on if I don't say every single thing I'm supposed to say. Okay, card number two. Something about the time. The timing has to be right. And again, it's a sort of similar thing, except this is celebrations rather than rewards. Some sort of celebration coming up perhaps. And it is time for socialising and having fun. Let's see what comes out. The King of Cups. Okay, this is fabulous. It's about being mature with your emotions, really feeling all of your emotions, and this is often a masculine energy of great compassion. You do see it in women as well, of course, particularly women who are past menopause, and this is somebody who understands a lot, they're experienced, they're mature, and they succeed through, I guess, their own experience, through the trial and error, and through their own learning, okay? And there's peace and contentment with this one as well. You'll see here he's wearing indigo, so this is the third eye chakra, and means intuition, perhaps even psychic ability in some cases. There's a gold crown on his crown chakra, so he's master of his thoughts as well as his emotions. He's wearing gold around his throat, so the words that come out of his mouth are often quite wise, And again, that's from experience. He's in touch with both the earth here, that is seated on the shores of the ocean of emotions. So emotions and practical things, he can balance those. He's seated on a shell with a clamshell at the back. And the sun here, so if you're a Leo, this is particularly relevant as well. And this colour again relates to the solar plexus, so it does have some things in common with card number 1, a master of emotions. If that's not you, or you don't know anyone like that, go back through your DNA, because there will be someone in your family tree who can help you out. Okay, in your meditations, you may come... Actually, that reminds me, I had a rough night last night, and I was awake at 2, and there was this woman come in, and I just didn't know who she was, and she was just smiling at me. But yes, one of my ancestors, no doubt. All right, so card number 3. Card number 3. All right, we'll go with that one. Closing my eyes. Purple. Purple is very important for your spiritual journey. It's the colour of the crown chakra, and denotes spirit. And I'm just seeing purple at the moment. So imagine that you're opening up your crown chakra and inviting more of your soul to come and inhabit your body. The card that comes up is the 8 of Pentacles. I love this card actually, because even though it's about money, there's a spiritual essence to this card. It's about being creative. So you make your money through your creativity, and sometimes it's using your hands, you see here. These days, of course, it could be typing and being online. She's got red here for action, black boots because she's in touch with the earth. It's practical. And black is the colour of the Earth Star Chakra. Okay, blue up here for expression. This really bright blue is like the throat chakra. But money comes. This is like just rewards for your creativity and your work, and there's a spiritual element to it. It also indicates financial stability. So if you're not financially stable, if you can follow this energy, you'll become financially stable. Card number 4. Card number 4. Let's see what comes out for you. Okay. I got a feeling like Key Largo. I've never been there. It is on my list. I'll have to go there soon before the whole place goes underwater. But the islands, island life, doing things at the appropriate time when you feel like it. It probably means that less gets done, but it's less stressful too. So yeah, the key words I hear are island time. You'll do it, but you'll do it on island time. The card that comes up is the Ace of Swords. This is new ideas. Okay, so you might have a lot of new ideas sitting back in your mind, but you haven't actioned them yet. It hasn't been the right time. Plus there's challenges there too. Some of these ideas, they don't have simple fixes. If they were so simple, you would have done them. And so maybe sit back and procrastinate a little bit, and you're waiting. Ace is a new beginning, a new cycle. Swords are about your mental realms, your thinking and your mind. So how do you get your thoughts in alignment and in adjustment so that you can actually physically do something? Spirit is handing you a sword, the sword of truth, which is the ability to cut through those ideas in your mind that are probably less useful. You might have a dozen ideas, but which one you're going to action first? Okay, so Spirit will help you work out which one you should start on. See all these new butterflies? These are new life. Okay, new cycle, something better. Even though it's challenges, Spirit's going to give you the ability to work out how to overcome those challenges. It's almost like you'll be triumphant, or that you'll win, you'll succeed. Okay, so that's fabulous. Ace of Swords, a new beginning with new life for card number 4. Card number 5, let's have a look and stick around till the end. After this, I'll do a psychic channeling, just see what I see generally speaking for the week. All right, something about media coming into my head. Actually, I will be on. I'm being interviewed this week for Studio 10 on Channel 10 for the 2022 star signs. So yeah, that's on my agenda this week. But I think it's something to do with the media overall, the collective. All right. So, and of course, media, it deals with the collective. It's going out to large numbers of people. Okay, so card number 5, a black crow. I think crows are the law in Australian, I'm not sure if it's Australian or American Indian mythology. They represent the law. And sometimes, yes, they're a bit scary. I looked after a crow once that was sick, and I left it outside in a box and come and fed it every day. And he would look at me very distrusting of me. He, she, I don't know the difference. I don't know how to sex crows. Yeah, I'll just say he, reminds me of a he. And very distrusting. But yeah, I looked after him for 3 or 4 days. And then one morning I went out and he was gone. And so I think the natural law, like I was probably only 20, 22 or something. And I didn't have exactly the understanding that I have now. But animals know what your intentions are. And the crow is like almost like karma. The card that comes up is the King of Swords. Okay, now a lot of people don't like this card. I don't mind it. The thing is, there's little empathy. That's the issue. Sometimes it's appropriate. You need this energy to cut through all of the dross to get to the truth. This is typically someone like a lawyer, and he will just cut through everything with his words. He's in command, or she, could even be a woman. She is in command of the law. Okay, so that's where the crow is like a crow, or she's like a crow. And there's some sort of karmic kind of energy going on there. In the worst case scenario, these people can be quite cruel with their words. And so, but you know, you need someone like this. If you're going through a messy divorce, you don't want somebody who's really soft. You want somebody who's going to cut through and get to the point. And this energy is a masculine energy seated on a diamond with a diamond at the back. There's great clarity of thought here. The thoughts are piercing and penetrating like the sword. So that it has its place. There's also intuition here as well with that indigo colour. And practicality. And I'd say if you don't know anyone like this and you need someone like this, maybe look to a professional person, a lawyer, an accountant, someone who deals with money. So this energy has its place, and you might need it to cut somebody off or cut somebody out of your life or cut a situation out of your life. This can help. He's got that way, by the way, diamonds are formed by heat and pressure. So he's become like that because he's been through a whole range of experiences. Now, we don't have any majors this week, which is unusual. We have 2 kings, all right, and then we have 3 minors. So it's not a particularly significant week. It's an average sort of week. But now I'm going to look in my mind's eye. Let's go here like that and see what I can see for everybody for the week commencing October 25. Who's got a sore throat? A sore throat. I feel like now there's more movement. The various viruses going about. I just got, now that I'm focusing, I just got this thing here. And I haven't been out. It's not actually, this doesn't belong to me. But yeah, that's another thing to consider, is that even apart from COVID, there's still flus and various viruses that get around. But of course, any symptoms, especially if you're in a hot zone, you should get a test and get them checked out. I'm above the earth and I'm looking down. I see the mighty United States, and I see lots of different colours that are swirling. These are like the people, different populations of people in the US. So much difference. I can see by the colour. There's yellow and green, and there's also black, and there's brown, and there's lots of different colours here, and they're making a pattern, and in different places they're different colours, and there's like a hard line between some of the colours, so they don't integrate with the other colours very easily. I'm seeing a hammer with a nail on the head, and it's like hit the nail on the head. They're not integrating. Okay, so I think sometimes it's good to reach out to other people who are different to you. Just say hello, or I don't know if you do that there. We do that here in Australia. Sometimes you might see someone and say hello, even if you don't know them. You just do it. Yeah. Hey. I'm seeing blue lace. It's aqua blue. I was seeing aqua green before. Now I'm seeing aqua blue. And marriages. So I feel like there's an uptick in marriages, and this lace is like the mother of the bride type of energy, and marriage is a symbol of integration or union of the opposites. Yeah, so reach out to people in your community or in other communities, and just be welcoming and friendly and kind. We need more kindness in the world. Yeah. There's something here they're saying about the black. The black is really not black. The black just appears black on first inspection, but as you look at it, then it changes colour too. And now it's turning into a blue-grey. So sometimes people can appear hard or appear a certain way, but you're not really seeing who they are, because they might put a front up. Okay, that's something to remember. I get really frustrated sometimes with people on social media when they put misinformation and disinformation out, and they do it just to get views or to get likes, because they're insecure, basically, you know. And it's not really, for many, not all of them, but for many, it's about they need the approval, or they need the recognition, or they need the attention. Fill your life up with other things, then you haven't got time for that, basically. And if you have a home, you'll know there's always lots of jobs to do. That's what I'm doing at the moment myself. All right, there's a fishing line here, catching a fish. Okay, it's like, be careful you don't get hooked. Okay, because you could be the fish, you could be the fisher person, or you could be an observer watching. You don't want to get hooked by, you know, somebody who's putting bait out. Okay, that's why it's called clickbait, obviously. Okay, and yes, now they're showing me a really big diamond ring, super big diamond here. So this is when it's appropriate to use this King of Swords energy, is to make sure you don't get hooked. You want to analyse and be logical. There is a time for that. Okay. And there's a time for being spiritual as well, and there's a time for feeling your emotions and for getting in touch with the earth and doing the physical things you have to. Okay, so that's it for this week. I hope it's useful to you. If you're new, subscribe and be alive, and hit that notification bell. I would really appreciate that. Have a wonderful week, everyone. I'll be doing the November pick a card shortly. Okay, I'll see you all soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.